Hi everybody, this is Robert and I'm going to do a review on my Volkswagen ID.4. I just am coming up on nearly 50,000 miles and I bought this car for my job. It's a great car. I know they don't have that many of these cars in the US. I think they sold 16,000 in 2021. To give you a background before I do a review on this car, my first car was a Volkswagen 78 Super Beetle that I got as a kid, and it was a great car, rear-wheel drive car. And I've also had a 1980 Volkswagen Scirocco, like a 1978 Rabbit L. I've had an 86 GTI. I've had a 2012 Volkswagen Golf TDI 5-speed manual with the tech package. Great car. I've had a 2013 Sportwagen TDI automatic, and I have a 2014 picture over there. So 2014 TDI over there, manual. So to give you another idea of the kind of cars I've had several RX-7s in my life, and like maybe about 7. bunch of I was really stupid when I was young, and yeah, so I had a lot of RX-7s. So just give you an idea of where I come from. And this is my first electric car. I've never had an electric car before. I need a car that's electric because I need to save money and be cost efficient for my family, and this is a great vehicle to do it, and I'm going to tell you why. Just give me a little bit of information. I guess I should probably talk about first. I feel grateful that I have this car. I've never owned a brand new car before. I have worked in car dealerships growing up as a kid, as a lot boy and a detailer, and I've never bought a brand new car. That Volkswagen over there I bought with 19,000 miles on it, which was pretty cool. But this I bought with 12 miles on it. And why did I buy this car? Well, my car over there that you see behind me, it needed a new flywheel and a new clutch, and I needed to have continuous work. And when that was being done, I was looking around and I went to the local dealership, to the Lithia Volkswagen dealership, and they had this car. In fact, they had about 4 different ID.4s, maybe 5, even 4 or 5. And this was August 29th when they first kind of came out. This car was made on May 29th in Germany, and it got to the US on, I forget the exact date. But when I went in to buy it, I looked at a Jeep Cherokee, like a diesel 2014 or 15, and they wanted $30,000 for it, and I can't afford that for that kind of car. So I went to the dealership, and they happened to have this here, and they had the first edition, and they had the Pro and the Pro-s. They didn't have any all-wheel drive car. This is a rear-wheel drive car, and I looked at it, and I applied for credit for it from my credit union. They gave me a pre-approval, and I couldn't believe it. And then I thought, there's no way they're going to finance me a car like this. For anybody that knows my channel, I came to the US with a bicycle and a bag of clothes, like not even 4 years ago, and been working really, really hard. And for all the people that are watching my channel, I'm not going to talk about my private life and stuff, what we're doing, because I'm going to keep this video about the review of the car, and I will add an update about what's going on in my life and where I'm at as far as getting out there to find gold and stuff. This car is one of my secret weapons to help me do that. So when I went to the dealership, they had this car, and I got a pre-approval credit rating, and I couldn't believe that they're going to lend me money for the car like this. So then I waited a day, not even a full day, and they ran the credit check, and boom, they said, oh, you want to put $5,000 down more, or $10,000 ahead of time? And I said no. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay more than MSRP. And then we did the deal, and I paid like maybe $800 over MSRP for some dealer paint protection or something. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I didn't know until after I bought the car that people were on a reservation list for these cars for a year. And I had no idea that they were flying all over the country, and the dealers are charging about 5, 10, 15 grand a piece. I had no idea. So I feel fortunate that I got it, because after I bought it, they had a production slowdown. They only actually made like 11 cars before the thing with Ukraine started. And then when Ukraine started, Ukraine's where they got the wire harness, so production just stopped. And I just read that production sold out for all 2021. I think 2022. So I'm happy I got the car. And it is, I paid about $46,000 for this car, about $51,000 with tax. And I live in Nevada, and there's no state tax incentive here, but they do have a federal tax incentive. And what they don't tell you is you're eligible to get $7,500 if you're using it for personal. But if you use it for business, like I use it for business, I write it off for business, you're only eligible to get $2,500 tax refund, which is great. It's not $7,500, but it's pretty good. So I've had the car. I'm going to tell you everything about it. We're going to walk around it, and I'm going to talk about the car and stuff. But let's do some talking first. I drive about 600 miles every 2 days. I've driven 50,000 miles since August 29th, and right now it's like May 5th, so you do the math. I charge every day. In fact, let's go look at my, let's start at the charger here, because I know a lot of people want to know about the charger. By the way, there's our Starlink internet, just set it up today. All right, so when I bought the car, they don't offer any help for setting up this kind of thing. I live in a trailer home, as you can see, and I bought this Grizzle E on Amazon for like $500 or something, and I paid an electrician to run wire from my fuse box down there on a 50 amp fuse. I could have used a 58 amp fuse, but it would only improve the charging speed like by 20 minutes for full charge, so not a big deal between 50 and 58 amps. I got the locking pin. I ordered this extra so this could be removed, and I got the extra long durable cable, and it's really great. This is for the plug. I left it out during the elements, and it's strong and sturdy, and it uses a dryer style hookup, so you could actually unplug that, and you could take it to a camping destination for a campground that has a dryer style plug outlet, so you could plug your level 2 charger. And these are called level 2 chargers. You can't get a fast charger in your house unless you got tens of thousands of dollars. It's cost prohibitive. But when you use this in Nevada, you use your VIN number on your car, and they allow you to have time of use pricing, and it helps your electric bill. My electric bill has gone up between $60 and $100 a month, and I charge every single day. By the way, here's my Volkswagen TDI. I'm still keeping it. I'm gonna try to jack it up more and put some KO2s. I just got these Verstein high load tires on here. I can't wait to try them out. But we're gonna talk about the ID.4 here. So let's talk about some statistics and some details first. Let me sit in the car before I go into the physical part on the outside. Let's talk about some important details. So why did I buy this car? Well, number one, I charge every day when I'm sleeping about 4.5 hours. I plug it in, and I wake up and it's a full charge. And I'm gonna tell you about the bugs and charging and stuff like that. I also charge outside. I charge outside every day. I charge once inside and once outside. So I charge twice a day. I drive about 600 miles every 2 days, and And why do I drive? I drive a lot for business. So in 1 month I save about $1,600 a month if you calculate gas to be about $5.21 a gallon for diesel, which it's actually quite more now. I did the math. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like $16,000 a year. I save a lot of money on gas. Number one. Number two, I've charged about 150 times or something for about. I've charged about $3,000 in charging. I imagine that I'll save $18,000 over 3 years with free charging. This car comes with 3 years of free charging because it's a 2021. If you got the 2022, you only get 30 minutes charging and you have to wait 6 hours between charges. When I go outside, I find even the cold air slows down maybe 10 minutes, but I consistently charge to 80% in about 30 minutes to 35 minutes, and I charge to 100% in about 55 minutes. My strategy, sometimes I'll charge to 100 in my house, but a majority of the time I charge to 90% almost every single day because I use it right after I charge. I don't charge it to 90% and then let it sit. I have noticed zero degradation. And we're going to talk about even with the wheels I have, I don't know notice any difference in the charge that I get between 3.1 and 3.4 kilowatt per hours. And you have to know, I live in the high desert, so it gets to be like 30-40 degrees every night here, and it could be 75 in the daytime. So anyways, I save a lot of money on charging, a lot of money on not buying gas, and in 50,000 miles, I've only spent $220 for the 50,000 mile service checkup, and all the other checkups were free. Okay, I skipped the 30,000 and the 40,000, or the 40,000 mile checkup. I did the 50,000, and I'm gonna wait till the 80,000 or something. And all that was required on maintenance was to change my air cabin filter, which I'll show you where that's at when I open up the bonnet and stuff. And the brakes fluid doesn't need to be changed till after three years, and there's no noticeable brake wear in the pads, so I've had zero maintenance. It's fantastic. Before we go outside, let's talk about when I got the car. The first thing that I had to do was I had to find a phone mount. And the best place I could find it for me is right here on the back of the display. And my phone is a Samsung Galaxy Note 20 that overheats in the sun. So I got this really cool phone. It's so cold when you touch it. Keeps my phone cold, and I just put my phone in here. Also, what really made me upset about this car is it did not come with any auxiliary ports to charge your devices. Like, I use a dash cam and a radar detector and my phone cooler and my phone. So I went to a stereo shop and I had this installed for like a couple $100. They do have the ports in here. I never ever put my phone in the wireless charging because I need to use my phone, and I just think that's stupid. I use my phone too much, so I can't put my phone in here. You'll notice on my car that I put this carbon fiber overlay on it, and on here too on both sides. This is by far one of my biggest pet peeves, is a black paint finish. Gets fingerprints everywhere, and if you've got passengers in the back, I've got these in the back too. I'm so sick of cleaning the fingerprints every day. So I put these bad boys on there from Holland. They're like a couple $100, and it's great. That's pretty much all the modifications I've done. On the ceiling here, you know, a Tesla doesn't have a, you know, I'm sorry, we could zoom out here a little bit here. Sorry. A Tesla doesn't have this roof here. Well, they do have the roof, but let me tell you the biggest difference. The Tesla in this is the Tesla doesn't have a sunroof cover. Wait a second here. The Tesla, this has a sliding cover. I would not want to get the model without the roof. It's fantastic. In the very, very cold -0 weather, freezing, when I have been in snowstorms in Tahoe and the Sierras, it makes creaking noises. In this extreme, like negative weather, I noticed that it makes some creaking noises. But it's great. It's very hot, but what I have here is a clear ceramic tint, and that really, really helps the heat that comes through here. That blocks all the radiation from the heat. It's great. It's super cool. What else do I like about this car on the inside? The seats. The seats are way better than a lot of other cars that I've had. At the same time, if you're going to sit for 12 to 16 hours in the car like I do, it is not good enough. So I have to purchase the seat cushion here. Let me turn. I purchased a seat cushion, which I use. It's fantastic. Without the seat cushion, it's